Here we are again, another episode number 33.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you believe we've been doing it for 33 whole episodes?
That's a long time.
That's scary. Hold on a second. Let me try that again. It's scary.
Ooh.
So I just actually, I was talking to you, Dad, about the upcoming Joe Bonamassa concert in Cedar Rapids, and
Yes,
how I went on and online, and like the good seats are like $1,500, and I was like, nope.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
well, $1,500 you should be able to sit on the stage.
right. That's well, whatever. So I decided to go back. Like, I actually went to Joe Bonamassa's website and I clicked his tour dates and then clicked the Cedar Rapids one. And it looks like they have some seats. They're not front, but they're center stage, kind of like row R, which I think that's kind of where we were going to sit at the last one, was row R, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was.
And
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But they're only $152, which is where the ticket should be, in my opinion.
Wow.
So I don't know.
150. Yeah, well, let me know, and I'll think about it.
Okay. Let me know if
I
I'll
mean-
think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to wear my
it's
earplugs
better than
again.
1,500.
What'd you say, Amanda?
Uh-oh, there she
Uh-oh.
goes. She's back.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
That is not good.
you froze.
Did I freeze again?
No.
No?
Okay. It got really
Technical
quiet.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Okay, I think it's because maybe because my husband is streaming a movie in the next room. So I
Oh,
said, stop streaming. It's messing with the podcast vibes.
I got you.
So hopefully that helps.
what do you have? High-speed dial-up or what?
I don't know. I really don't know.
No, I have.
Is that a
I have
thing?
Yeah,
I
it's
have
called,
high speed.
yeah, it's called DSL.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I have.
Is it like, do you pay for service, or is it just part
Yeah.
of where you live?
No, so we pay for it, but it's all like built into this place.
Okay.
So we just jump on with the provider, and then it's all like built into the house. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, gotcha. But I'll let you know. Yeah, it's mid-November, and of course, in typical concert fashion, it's Sunday night. So obviously, if I decide to go to that one, that's going to be going there, staying the night in a hotel, and then coming back on Monday. Because
Yep.
the Des Moines concert, I don't think you got home till 12:30 in the morning. By the time we got out of the venue, drove back to
Yep.
my place, you got in your car and drove home.
That's right, yeah.
Wow.
And
And-
Cedar Rapids is like an hour and a half from here, so you wouldn't be getting home till 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, one thing you got to watch out for is that 4-letter nasty word,
The white stuff,
the white stuff.
Oh.
not booger sugar.
Yes, not for sure.
Yeah,
Well-
it is getting to be about that time of year. So I know that some of my friends up in northern Iowa, they've already said that they're getting snow.
Yep,
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, I said the 4-letter word.
Uh-oh.
you did.
Mm-hmm.
Bad luck.
Yeah.
It's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you guys are supposed to get snow. Right, this
Yeah,
week?
we're supposed to already have gotten some, but you know how the weatherman is accurate all of the time.
Mhm.
I did
Sure.
actually yesterday. I think it was only like 40 degrees out, and I cleaned out the garage so that we could park the vehicle in there over the winter. And I went ahead and mowed my yard one last time, put the lawnmower away, and brought the snowblower out.
There you go.
Wow, you're prepared now.
I am prepared. If I was truly prepared, I would have put the holiday lights out on the house last month when it was warm.
That's thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't do
Would have
it.
been anyway.
Mm-hmm. What's going on with August Burns Red?
Yeah, August Burns Red. Their show is on November 25th, which is coming up, so I'm excited about that. I actually had a chance. I got an email notification saying that Hopes Fall, which is Ryan Parrish's band, which we talked about Ryan Parrish on a past episode of The Wheel of Musicians. Obviously, like I've said in the past, Hopes Fall rarely tours. And so I found out that they were doing a show in LA in January. And the timing just didn't work out. They sold out really quick. It's a very, very small venue. So long story longer, I didn't get those tickets. So that was
Okay.
pretty sad.
Well, that
but-
stinks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
How
it is
quick
what
did
it
they
is.
sell out?
I think within, I don't know, I think it was within a couple days. But because of the timing in January, it's the beginning of January, I was kind of like, I don't know if I could make it work. I was kind of overthinking it, like the logistics of it. So by the time I had made a decision, they were sold out. So
Mm,
it's a bummer. But
yeah, that is a bummer.
It is.
yeah.
Oh well.
But oh well. Yeah, it happens.
So I tried to I wanted to get pandemicguitar.com. I wanted to buy the domain name. And
Okay.
it's taken. And I don't know who bought it because it's got
I
the
did. I will
privacy.
sell it back to you for $1 million.
Yeah, it ain't worth
Just
that,
1 million.
So yeah, I don't know who has it. At one point in time, I was like, oh, I probably already purchased it because I think it was purchased back in either March or May, one of those 2 months. I don't remember. According to the registry records, and I was like, well, maybe I bought it, and I logged into my account, and it's not there. I didn't buy it, so I don't know who did. I reached out. I did not receive a response. But if you're out there and you're holding on to that domain name thinking that you're going to get $1 million for it, I promise you, you will not. So I might just do a variation of that. I don't want to say because that person's probably listening and then they're going to go out and get it. And then I'm going to have to come up with something completely new all over again.
Yeah. Don't give out that
Yep.
info yet.
Yeah, don't do it.
Top secret.
Yeah, but if we ever do get a .com or whatever put together, maybe we can have some fun and with that and put some content on there. Who knows? But anyway,
Who
I think
knows?
we got a show to do, don't we?
We have a
Yep.
Halloween show, to be more
Ooh.
specific.
Well,
Spooky.
spooky show.
It's spooky.
You know what Chat GPT is?
Yes, I do.
So I
No.
kind of know what it is, but basically from what I get, basically it allows you to go in and type something and then the computer using artificial intelligence will spit out an answer for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So Amanda put on her notes a spooky intro and I
Hold
was
on.
like, okay.
You had a chatbot do
Yeah.
a job
So
for
I
you?
was like, okay, hold on a second. I got to check out this Chat GPT. So I
Okay.
put in there, write a spooky intro for Tim, Rick, and Amanda, the hosts of Pandemic Guitar Podcast.
Okay.
This is what it spit out.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. The problem is that I'm probably going to mispronounce a few words here. I'm going to try my best.
Sound it
Okay.
out. We're here with you.
Thank you. Welcome, dear listeners, to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast, where the veil between the living and the supernatural is thin, and the hosts themselves have been touched by the macabre. Meet Tim, Rick, and Amanda, three intrepid souls who have ventured into the depths of the unknown to bring you tales that will send shivers down your spine. Tim, with his hauntingly melodic guitar skills, has encountered spectral beings that whisper haunting melodies in his dreams. Rick, with his encyclopedic knowledge of the occult, has delved into the forbidden realms of music that tap into the very essence of fear. And Amanda, with her ethereal voice, has communed with spirits who have used her as a vessel to channel their ghostly stories. Together they will guide you through a labyrinth of chilling tales where each strum of a guitar string may awaken something sinister. So, dear listeners, prepare to be enthralled and terrified as Tim, Rick, and Amanda lead you on a journey into the heart of darkness on the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. But beware, for once you enter their realm, there may be no escape from the horrors that await.
Wow.
All I can say is wow. Oh,
I take my comment back. That like was way better than what I thought it was going to be. That was really good. I'm shocked.
yes, I am too.
I was
so
yeah.
surprised.
I was like, because I put in there like introduction for the Pandemic Guitar Podcast, and it spit one thing out, and then I was like scary introduction, and it was almost the same thing, but a little bit different. And then finally, I'm like, introduce Tim, Rick, and Amanda, and it came out with that, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm using it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was good.
We've used it at work quite a bit, and we find out that the first time, it's actually maybe the 10th time we put it through its paces, it comes out with something decent. So.
Yeah. It was,
But it's funny.
It was funny because I've never personally used it, and I've seen because at work I'm a database guy, so a lot of people are like, oh, I'm trying to do a macro or do some VBA or whatever, and they'll bring me down, and I'm like, I know what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to remember the exact syntax of how to do it. And then they're just basically trying to use ChatGPT to find the answer, and it spits out. I'm like, it's literally telling you the exact same thing I'm trying to do, and it's basically spitting out a Google answer. Like this is junk. But ChatGPT paid off this time.
It
Yes.
did. It's very
It
good.
did.
Hauntingly good.
Hauntingly good.
Wow.
So yeah, what scary stuff are we going to talk about?
I
don't know.
think the first thing you had mentioned something about a haunted house using the Raspberry Pi.
Okay, yeah. So, you know those, most people think about it like Christmas time where they string all the lights, and they can, you can make the lights go flip on and off and kind of dance. And a lot of times it's to like music in the background and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yes.
one of the devices that they use to do that is a Raspberry Pi. And I just happen to have one or 8, but who's judging? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, hey, this would be kind of a cool little project, because the wife is always on me about, doing something with Christmas lights. So I thought, all right, well, let's take a look into this. So I started kind of diving into it, and I saw that there are people out there that can you could really do more than just lights. You can basically tell the Raspberry Pi to like receive information from motion sensors to trigger a sound, or the possibilities are endless. And so that got me kind of like curious. And I know, Dad, you have kind of played around with the idea.
Yes.
So I wanted to kind of get your quick little input, whether you're doing it for, Halloween spooky stuff, or if you're doing it for Christmas lights. And I was thinking Christmas lights just because you get a head start. But I'm not like, when I do the Google searches, I go, okay, I have to have the Raspberry Pi. I have to have a relay, because the relay is what turns things on and off.
That's correct.
But
Yes.
but is there software that I have to use, or do I have to program this thing?
Well, how complicated do you want to be?
Well, let's start.
Forget.
Okay. So I think that we should start off like at novice, like super simple for like proof of concept for the first go round.
Okay. So basically, I would get a Raspberry Pi. I'd get a relay, usually 1 or 2. It doesn't matter, 1 or 2. Actually, they sell them in 2s, 4s, and 8s.
I've seen they have a
bought
16 out now.
Right, I've seen that one too, but I was just trying to keep it simple.
Oh, I got you.
And you can connect them up to the Raspberry Pi, and then you basically can write a program in C, C++. I should say C is probably easier, or Python.
Yeah, the
and
ones
do-
I was seeing were Python.
Right. Now, if you want to go to the other side of that, and here's where the music part of this, or the guitar part, comes in. What I have seen and what I have done with my small project that I have right now, I think I sent you a picture. I put it out there in the chat thing.
Just
And
recently?
it has, well, yeah, see the relays I put out
Oh,
there.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I got those.
Yeah. I have 3 of them. Actually, I have 4 relays. 4 banks that have 8 relays on it that will talk to the Raspberry Pi. And the way you do this, really the way they really set up these lights to get them to work correctly and stuff like that is what you do is you run a DAW, a DAW, on the Raspberry Pi.
DAW.
Yep. You run a DAW, and what you do is you use MIDI files because MIDI files are a representation of a note on a guitar or a drum or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And the MIDI notes can be transferred to activate the relays. So you can have this
Interesting.
relay.
So you have to do
the
that
relays.
programmatically, or is there an app that does that?
No, you can do it programmably. Yes, it's not hard. It's easy. Yeah, I
Huh.
said that wrong. I know.
I was like- it's one of those words that you have to think about before you say it.
Yes, and I just blurted it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you could do that, and I've done it before, and I've done it with about 7 or 8 things. Actually, what I really wanted to do was, I've been playing around with the piano quite a bit, my electric piano,
Yeah.
and what I want to do is I want to put lights on each one of the keys above the keys, and then have some sort of MIDI working in the background that activates which key to hit,
Oh, okay.
so you can learn the song.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be a
Yeah.
whole lot of lights, though, on a full keyboard.
It's only 66.
Yeah. Is it?
Or I'm sorry, 88.
I was
Sorry.
going to say a full keyboard. I thought was 88, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
but-
I'm not
then-
even a good guitarist.
But then a Christmas light display, you're talking about 8,000, 9,000 lights to have a good one.
Well, we're not going to get that far. I have yet to hang up more than 3 strands of lights before giving up.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw one of the videos that I was looking at that I saw, they did it all indoors. So they would do the lights on the inside of the window. And so that all your
Right.
wires and everything are inside. And then you can just have your different windows light up and just a lot of cool ideas. But
Oh, there's tons of ideas. I've seen people where they frame the inside of the lights and they have an outside show, small show on the ground, but then the house like flashes, the windows and stuff like that. And a lot of the times they use music that's created like, what's the name of that band? Trying to think of it, not Electric Light Orchestra, but it's
Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Yes, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, that's the one. And they have a lot of Christmas songs that the MIDI plays really nice too, and you can create a lot of effects with it.
I'm definitely going to do some more research because it's kind of I like those little projects where you're trying to figure out. In the last couple months, I've been doing a lot of projects with with different servers and stuff like that. And
Right.
I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm like, I'm kind of over that for a little bit. So I was thinking about trying to play with the lights and the relays and have some fun with that. So I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'll think of something. But Mandy,
All right,
go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say that the Raspberry Pi is a good choice, but there are other choices out there. The single board computers that you can, because that's what a Raspberry Pi is, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the Raspberry Pi is popular, but there's lots of others out there that you can run different types of software. It'll do the same thing. So just wanted to put that out.
Yeah, no, that's a good point too, because there's one out there, because the Raspberry Pi only has one network interface. And I think that there's another one out there. I'm not sure which one it is, but it has 2 network interfaces so that you could do like a router or something like that, which is a pretty cool idea, which actually is something I might have to do because I am tired of not being able to watch my football games because they're out of market. So I got to try to figure out a way to get my home network to think I'm in a different state for a couple hours.
There you go.
So anyway, Amanda, you've been traveling a lot and got back to your place, and you had an extra passenger in the car that Dad fixed up for you. How did that survive the trip?
It survived. Yeah.
That's it?
No, I mean, when we unpacked, I took it out of the bag and made sure that it made it in one piece. And it did. And it's back on its stand. Actually, my husband just strung a few chords earlier, and it kind of sounds slightly out of tune. So that's something Maybe just
gonna
from like the journey from driving, and
Yeah.
Yeah, new
Yeah.
strings also.
I don't know.
Yeah, I did put new strings on it, so they sort of stretch a little here and there.
Did you get a tuner?
No, she's got
Did
a
I-
tuner in the guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's built in. I completely forgot. See, mine's built in too, but I don't keep a battery in it, so I just use my little headstock tuner.
There you go. You can do that too.
Yeah, because 9-volt batteries are, they're almost as expensive as a car battery at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, but Dad did like all out surgery on my guitar.
I know.
Like I left and I came back and there was like a table with like a cloth over it and then like gloves or something and you
did
know
he,
surgical.
did he have a
cutters
headband with
and-
a mirror on it? And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
scrub
It was
up
a
and
whole
get in
thing.
here.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, the operation was a success, but the patient died.
I need to find a time to get my acoustic down there so that we can go through. And for the most part, it's good. I think the action just needs maybe the frets a little bit, but I think the action needs adjusted, which I don't want to try on my own. So I'll need your help for that.
Yep, no problem. Just bring it over.
Will do. So anyway, we are a guitar podcast or a music themed podcast for Halloween, we decided to talk a little bit about some Halloween theme songs. And this was actually something that you came up with, Amanda. So I'll let you spearhead this.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
What I always wanted.
No, I just thought it would be different, to talk about some songs that technically they're not really, I wouldn't say they're like Halloween. They're not like the Monster Mash or Thriller or anything like that, but they're songs that will pop up on like a Halloween themed playlist, but they're more like guitar centered. So, like the Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, like just kind of, I don't know, I guess like spooky themed kind of songs, but not outright Halloween songs. So I just thought it'd be cool to just talk about a few of them and talk about, some of the guitars that were used while when the song was originally produced. So
Okay.
I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. I guess we'll start with the first one. You guys let me know if you've heard it, what you think about it, that kind of thing. The first one is Creedence Clearwater Revival, I Put a Spell on You, which is a great,
yep.
obviously a good Halloween
Yep,
song.
heard
right?
it.
Yep.
Okay. That one came out in 1968, not to be confused with Bette Midler's version, okay, from 1992 or 1993, Hocus Pocus. Not to be confused with that version, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I would have known that it came out before that.
Yeah. But, the original was originally released in 1956 by Screamin' Jay Hawkins, which I think, Dad, you had mentioned that, and I didn't even know that. So I had to go back and listen to that version because obviously I'm a millennial. My mind went to Hocus Pocus and then went to Creedence Clearwater Revival.
So out of the three versions, then, which one is your favorite?
Creedence.
Is it?
Yeah.
I would have to
Yeah.
listen to the Screamin' Jay Hawkins version. I don't think I've heard that one.
I have.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, yeah. I guess I don't know how to. I feel like it's a little bit more poppy. I don't know. I guess I don't know how you'd explain
So
it.
how
but,
does that work though? Like if you have your original artist does it in 1956 and then you get another artist that does it in 1968, does the original artist sue the new one? And then when Hocus Pocus did it, did Creedence Clearwater sue them?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know how they
I don't know
work it
how
out
that
or
works.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like Weird Al where he like has to like talk to the original person and like get like their
Well, I mean, that would be the
consent.
right way to do it. Yeah, is to get
Yeah.
permission, whether it's, oh, yeah, go ahead and do whatever you want, or, yeah, sure, but for a monetary value of some sort.
right.
yeah.
Yeah. But for the Creedence Clearwater Revival version, I actually listened to the Woodstock version, which is like super long. I don't know if you guys have listened to it.
Yeah.
It's very long. By the way, most of these songs are like in the 60s, 70s. So if you go like watch the live versions from that time, they're all very sweaty and very like, you can just tell it's like a very drug induced kind of thing.
They didn't have air conditioners.
Well, okay, that too, probably. I don't know. I'm just assuming this is the 60s and 70s we're talking about here. Who knows? But
Yeah, I wasn't there.
no, you weren't. But anyway, so I was looking into it, and it actually has the Creedence Clearwater Revival version. The guitar solo is actually over a minute long, which was kind of interesting. I like it. It's a good sound to me. I don't mind it. And I actually verified this with Dad first, but the guitar that was used for that song was a 1969 Rickenbacker 325 Sunburst. I actually sent the video to Dad. I said, Dad, look at this and let me know what kind of guitar this is. And he came back right away. He's like, oh, it's a Rickenbacker.
I love your disclaimer. Verified by both Dad and Google.
Right.
Stamp of approval.
Right. Yeah, well, and the thing is I was like, oh, I could have just Googled that. And I threw it in Google after he texted me. And sure enough, that's what it said right away. I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't
he
have
knows his
the year.
guitars.
I didn't have the year or the
but
model number, but
still, yeah. But have you guys listened to that version, the Creedence?
yes, I did.
I'm sure I
listened to it
have.
just a while ago.
Okay. Well, I guess I should have sent these out for you guys to listen to prior.
Yeah, I mean, everything helps, but whatever.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like what we should do is we should create like a Google, but for music. And we'll just Richard.com. So then anytime you have a question, we'll just be like, oh, go Richard it.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of GTS it.
Richard.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. RTS it.
RTS it.
RTS it. Yeah. But anyway, so another song, I don't know if you guys have heard this. Okay, so my husband actually got me on this song. I recognized the guitar riff right away, but I didn't recognize it by the name or the name of the band. The band is Iron Butterfly, and then the name is In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida from 1968. I had to listen to it, and I knew the chord right away. Like, I was like, oh, I know what this is. I've heard it. But again, I don't know if these guys are just a one-hit wonder. I'd never heard of them until this song or any other song that they've had.
You want to hear a story about that? I was at my grandparents' house, and my uncle was there, and he says to me, "You got to hear this song." And I'm like, "What is it?" He says, "In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida." And I don't know how old I was. And he puts it on. It was a vinyl record, and he puts it on the thing, and he starts playing it, and it's just going through the whole thing. And then I'm like, "How long is the song?" And he's like, "Oh, I think it's like 17 or 20 minutes. It's the whole. It's the whole side."
It's like it's like that Hocus Pocus by Focus song. It's really long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you have to like halfway through the song flip the record over.
Right.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I just had to Google this because I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Like, whatever. I guess it's derived from the Garden of Eden.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It says In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Wow, that just sounds so awkward to even say. Derived from the Garden of Eden, or is that like the longer title of it?
I don't know.
It's a song recorded by Iron Butterfly, written by band member Doug Ingle, and released on their 1968 album of the same name, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida.
Because I think Davida is like the life, right? Or Vita's like life. I know that from Ricky Martin, Livin' La Vida Loca.
Wow.
Like life. Isn't it life? I think Vita is life.
It could
in
be
Italian, but I don't know. It also just sounds like a delicious Italian dish. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. You know what I mean? Like you'd get the Olive Garden.
Hey, where's the Vida?
Where's the Vida? Anyway, yeah.
You
So
order
it's
that
over
at Jimmy John's.
Right.
I'd like
We
the
actually
In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida with guacamole, please.
We actually have a Jimmy John's here now. It just opened up. Isn't that exciting?
Oh, yeah.
Delicious. I've missed Jimmy John's, and then one just opened up down the street. Anyway, that's my excitement.
And you too can now get a sub for $12.
It's probably more like 20 here, but that's
Yeah.
fine. But anyway, so yeah, that version's over 17 minutes long. It includes a keyboard that sounds like an organ, which also adds to the spooky vibe, and an ungodly long guitar solo, probably also because drugs. But what do I know? the guitarist appears to be playing a Fender, but also, what do I know? It was just a guess. I was running low on time.
It is.
I just did a quick look at it. I was like, probably, and put it on here. So
Yeah.
it's anybody's guess. I mean,
Yep.
email us if we're wrong.
There you go.
And anyway, okay, so the next one, okay. This is a good one. I don't know if you guys have heard this one. This is by the band Redbone. It's called The Witch Queen of New Orleans.
I don't think I
Anybody?
have.
Okay.
No, I haven't either.
Redbone was like a Native American band. They sang that song, Come and Get Your Love. That song? Did I cut out? Did I cut out?
Oh yeah, you froze.
You froze like that
Oh
was
my gosh,
hilarious.
my internet is awful. Okay, like where did this cut off? Redbone.
Yeah.
The song "Come and Get Your Love."
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody?
No,
Stop
you said
laughing.
so. You got Redbone. They're a Native American band. That's it.
Okay. All right.
You might as well just
All right.
start over with Redbone.
Okay. Redbone, a Native American band. Okay.
Mhm.
They sang the song called "Come and Get Your Love." That song.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember
them.
that.
Okay, them. This is a very underrated song. Not a lot of people know about it. This is like a very put it on your Halloween playlist. This one came out in 1971. And interestingly, if you watch the video, guitarist Tony Bellamy actually uses a drumstick throughout the song on his guitar to create kind of this spooky, scratchy noise, but it also kind of sounds like a wailing, like a ghost, like whoa kind of thing. It's a vibe. Don't laugh. It's a vibe.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
On
Actually-
his Fender Stratocaster.
You want to know something? There's a lot of guitarists out there that have tried different things. Like Jimmy Page used the violin bow.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought it was at first.
Yeah. And then there's a musician. I can't remember what his name is. He's a shredder, and he's pretty popular. And he's used like an old mixer with the two mixing things, spindles on them.
Oh, like
You plug it in the
turntables?
wall.
Oh.
No. You plug
like
the
a mixer.
a
to make
cake, a
brownies.
cake mixer, like to make brownies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he used that on
I
his
haven't made
strings.
too many brownies in my life.
What?
Yeah, he used that on his.
Did that not just ruin the strings?
No. He just lightly touched them, to create
Oh.
create different sounds.
I've seen people take a guitar pick and put it like on a drill bit, and then just
Yeah,
Like-
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's actually done that. I can't think of his name. Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. He's a shredder, and he's pretty popular.
from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No,
Splinter?
No, Splinter
no,
was
no.
Shredder was the bad guy. Splinter wasn't Splinter the
The rat.
Yeah, I think
Who's
so.
the rat?
I think
The
so.
wise rat.
let me
I don't
see.
know.
Let me.
Oh, Dad needs to RTS it.
Yes,
oh, we
I
can't
am.
because Richard doesn't even know it. So
You know what? This
It's the
guy's.
end of the world.
The hell's his name? I can't remember. Okay.
beep that.
Continue on. I'll get his name.
Censor that.
What is
Oh,
going on here?
I don't know. But we'll censor it.
All right. Are we waiting for Dad and you're just going to cut all this space out?
No, just continue on.
Okay, we're going.
Okay. So next one. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to say the next one. Then Dad's like, "Oh, hey, the guy that did it was, you know,
I don't know. Who? Okay. Who is
Mr.
the
Clean."
next
I don't.
one? Mr. Clean? Oh, it's the Eagles.
Yes, I know, but you're trying to find the guy with the mixer.
Oh, yeah.
This is pure radio gold.
Yes, this is live, folks.
Okay, so if
Go ahead.
you were,
I'm gonna do it again. Is he ever gonna find the answer?
Paul Gilbert.
He did.
Yes,
no idea.
that's the guy. Oh, look it up.
Also, I want to thank whoever is highlighting the notes as we go. It makes my job a lot easier.
It's not me.
Thank you.
It's not
It's
me.
Dad.
No.
Oh, it's a ghost.
Yeah, it must be.
Okay, moving on, guys. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, go ahead.
Stay on topic here. Okay. The next is Eagles, Witchy Woman. Duh.
Good song.
1972. That one came out. At one point, this is interesting, but also not interesting because it's not true. At one point, rumor had it that Don Henley originally wrote Witchy Woman about Stevie Nicks because they did date, but not
Wow.
date, but also Stevie Nicks like dated the entire Eagles band. So,
Wow.
yeah. And obviously Stevie Nicks kind of exuded that witchy energy 365 days a year. So if true, that would have been very interesting. Unfortunately, later on, it ended up being untrue, as it was revealed that Zelda Fitzgerald, the wife of author F. Scott Fitzgerald, actually was the song's inspiration. So there you go. Bernie Leadon, by the way, who is no longer with the band, but Bernie Leadon, who was with the Eagles from 1971 to 1975, he played a tobacco burst Les Paul with mini humbuckers for Witchy Woman. So, and then of course Joe Walsh came in and took his place when Bernie left the band in 75. So, and I have no idea what Joe Walsh plays. So
The Eagles came to Des Moines this last year, and tickets were ridiculous. I don't remember what they were, but they were ridiculous.
like Tay prices.
No, I don't know about that, but they were up in the $500-$600 a ticket.
That's too much.
Quite expensive.
But I mean, really, you figure most people that probably go to those concerts are like retirement age, so they probably have extra money.
Well, yeah, I mean that, and you have your fans, and that, I mean, when you get these bands that get older, and this might be the last opportunity that you get to see them. So is that worth $500-$600? In some cases, I would say, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we saw Fleetwood Mac in Des Moines several years ago, and I'm glad we did that because obviously Christine McVie passed away. I think it was just this year.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
so it's not really the same, because you just never know what's going to happen. It's not really the same if it's not the original, maybe not the original members, because with bands that have been through so many members, out there, that's kind of hard to have like the original lineup.
Yeah.
But anyway. Okay, and now I'm saving the best for last. I have to clear my throat because this is really good. Okay, I'm ready. Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, okay? Black Magic Woman, which came out in 1968. We all know that one, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Peter used the infamous Greenie, which was a Gibson 59 Les Paul Standard.
Yep.
Which I know we've talked about Greenie in the past. I think was it Kurt Hammett purchased it?
Yep.
For an undisclosed amount.
Well, it was given to Gary Moore.
Okay.
And then
And then
Gary
Kurt
Moore.
Hammett passed.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And we never found out how much it was, right? It was like undisclosed amount.
It was, yeah, that's what they said, undisclosed amount.
Yeah. And so in 1970, I mean, because I obviously can't mention Black Magic Woman without also mentioning Carlos Santana. He made his own version in 1970. And actually in 1998, he did he actually played with Peter Green that song live as inductees of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that's kind of cool. I watched the video. It was kind of
that would have been cool to
interesting
see.
to see them both.
What was that? I think it was Garage Band. The game that came out where you had like the guitar controller and the drum controller. I think that's the one.
Rock Band?
Yeah, what did I say? Did I say
Garage
Band?
Band.
Yeah, that's
Garage Band.
that's the only place I could play.
Rock Band.
Rock Band, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Rock Band, and that was Black Magic Woman was one of the songs that was free, came with the game. I played the garbage out of that one because it's the only one that actually sounded good.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of, how those games, they'll give you 40 songs for free, and maybe 3 of them are good songs. The rest of them are like, whatever. But then this was the time when everything, for me anyway, started, pay to play. You want to play these other songs, well, just give us your credit card. We'll let you download those songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting. And then Santana used a 1968 Gibson Les Paul custom for his version in 1970. Now, who did it better? Does anybody have an opinion?
I think
they are different.
Yeah, they are different. I like Santana's But
Hi.
my question is did he actually play 68 Les Paul? Because I know he had an SG.
I mean,
He
that's
was
what Google says. I don't know.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. No. I know that he was well known for his all of his Gibson SGs that he had,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, I did see something about that. But it also
yeah,
did say for his version of Witchy Woman, he played this.
right.
That's what he
Okay.
recorded with
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean it's plausible. I mean I don't know. I know he was noted for his SG, and then he went over to he's been playing Paul Reed Smith for a long time now.
They said there's something about the tone of that guitar specifically that he wanted for Witchy
Oh, for
Woman.
that.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So the Gibson Les Paul. All right.
yeah. Tim, what is your thought? The world wants to know.
No, I don't really think that
Santana
they
or
do. I'm gonna probably agree with that and go with Santana just because that one is more familiar to me. I like,
okay.
but if I listen to the original Fleetwood Mac, I might change my mind. I'm just going based off of what's more familiar.
Yeah. Well, you also got
That's
to
fair.
remember that. You also got to remember that, like, okay, back in 1968 when Peter Green and Fleetwood Mac recorded "Witchy Black Magic Woman," we didn't have the mixing and the all of the recording equipment wasn't. I mean, it was only in its infancy, in its beginning stages still.
Right.
So, and today the recording equipment has made leaps and bounds. So you gotta look at that. Like I've heard a lot of in concert stuff, like Eric Clapton, Santana, the Eagles, long time ago, where it just doesn't sound the greatest. But then, if you were to remaster it on today's stuff, it would sound really good.
Oh yeah.
Just bringing that to
Yeah,
you know.
that's a good point. And a lot of times you have an original song that's remade and it's just so new and different, because of the technology that we have and stuff like that, that a lot of
Sure.
times actually kind of beats out the original.
Really?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if I
Well,
agree with that.
There's some
it,
genres out there that are recreating stuff and they're just completely mutilating it, but whatever.
right. I mean, if you look at the old blues stuff, like go back into like 1950s with like Johnny Lee Hooker and stuff like that, it just sounds some of that stuff, the live stuff, just sounds really, really tinny, and it's hard to
Mm-hmm.
hear things. And then today they go into a concert, they go into a hall, and everything sounds really good. I mean, I think the dynamics and uh, the audio systems are far superior than what they were back in that day.
See, but
So
I don't mind that though. See, that's the difference. Is like I mean, I have the Pious Bird of Good Omen. I have that vinyl, which
right.
Black Magic Woman is on, and I like that tinny kind of noise.
Oh,
To me, I don't
okay.
know. It just sounds crisp, but
Well,
people would disagree. I guess I don't know.
well, no. I actually, here's the deal: is that the vinyl records used to capture a lot of that dynamic, the range in there. Where today, on the CDs and stuff like that, and the DVDs you have, it's that that range is just not
Do they still have
captured.
CDs today?
Oh, I don't know. They
Mhm.
still have vinyl, so
I mean, you can't. I don't even think you can buy a new car today with a CD
No,
player in it.
Mom's car has a CD player. Still,
does it?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
year is that though?
I don't know.
Because I mean, my vehicle's a 2015, and it still came with the CD player. It has never been
Mhm.
used, but it came with one.
My Now wait a second here. Mine has an 8-track in it.
Yeah, but you had that
Sure.
installed after the
Sure.
fact. I think didn't you pay the dealership like $1,500 to install that?
No,
I want
I'm
the
only
latest
kidding.
old
Do
timey
you-
technology.
8-track.
Do you also have the dispenser above your head that has the Twizzlers that
The
comes
licorice.
Oh, yeah. What? Who was
the
that?
licorice?
Wayne's
Who
World.
was that?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
Yeah. So those are the songs, you guys. Those are the songs that I feel like are kind of like they're not specifically Halloween, but they're they got the spooky vibes.
Yeah, it's
Listen to 'em.
a good list. It's a good list. I'll actually 3 of those I'll definitely check out here yet tonight. There's been
Yep.
like that
And there were
Redbone and Iron Butterfly. I'm sure I've seen the Iron Butterfly before, but I'm not sure about the Redbone. And I'll have to look at Fleetwood's Black Magic Woman.
We talked about Iron Butterfly in one of the podcasts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think we
remember
have.
you saying something about Inagata Vida, and I was like,
Yep.
okay, I'll
Yeah,
try
I think
that
you
Italian
might
dish
have
sometime.
told that story that you told
Yeah.
before too.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So
That
there's
was
no
my-
reason to go back to episode number 1. You can just pick up right here.
And just
That's
so you
right.
know, Dad just highlighted Inagata Vida in the notes.
I
so
did.
that we
Yes,
all
I
know.
did. Yes.
Listen,
Oh,
everybody,
here.
this is where
There
we're
we
at.
go. There we go.
There were so many other songs, though.
Do you have
that
a list of
there's
honorable
like,
mentions?
Yeah, there's like AC/DC Highway to Hell, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That's a good one.
There's several Ozzy Osbourne songs. Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult.
I like that one.
Gosh, there's so many.
Yeah, there is. There's a ton of them.
Yeah, I could have kept going, but I just stuck at 5 because I didn't want anybody to be like, oh, well, do we have time for all that? The answer is yes, we do. But there's
Whatever.
always time
Hey.
in a spooky episode.
You know what though? I'm a little upset because it took us this long, or I discovered this just a little bit ago, and nobody said anything. But I had the wrong microphone playing to you, so you didn't even hear the intro.
Yeah,
No,
I heard
we
it.
Didn't. No.
No. I didn't hear it. I was going like this. I was like,
Yeah, because Dad goes, "Let's hear it. Let's go."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the window minimized because I'm playing the intro and I'm getting everything ready here, and throughout this is gonna be fun for you guys to listen back to because I've thrown in a couple drops that you don't even know about.
drops.
So
I think-
that'll be fun.
Yeah, well, I think one of them was in the beginning. You said something about spooky, and you were kind of quiet for a second.
Yeah, that's
Maybe. Well, now
one.
you
Yeah,
gotta put it in
you
there.
just
Oh,
have to
did I-
listen to it. So for everybody else that's listening to this is also the first time that Amanda and Rick are listening to it. Apparently, is she gone?
This episode's going real well. It's going real well, you guys.
So hey, I guess we'll just go ahead and pick up here. Music history. It's time
It's time.
for music history. Let me know. This is I'm not 100% sold on this. Let me know what you think. It happened in the past. What can it be? It must be music history.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
No, that was good. That was good. I gotta say, you're stealing my thunder a lot. This is like my return to pandemic guitar podcast, okay? And you're really stealing my thunder. I've had a few little moments where I was gonna do something fun, and you just come right in with the Chat GP intro, and now you finally got the music history intro.
I'm not 100% sold on that one, but I was like, okay, we got to do something, and I'm playing around with this idea.
I
and I'm
actually
like,
don't mind
yeah.
it.
What?
It's okay.
I don't mind it because it's the opposite of the music news. It's like a more calm.
I kind of wanted to try to do something like classical, and that's probably more like Spanish, and then throw words on it. I'm like, this is stupid. Nobody's going to like this, but whatever. I think she froze again.
Okay.
We should take a screenshot of every time she freezes and send it to her.
No, please don't. Please don't. Guys, my internet, I don't know what they're doing over here, but is on a different level today.
Apparently.
Okay. Okay, we'll jump into it now that we've had that great intro. Okay, music history. So these are all 1031. So these are all Halloween dates. On October 31st in 1964, Bob Dylan gives a special Halloween performance at the
Philharmonic.
Philharmonic
I was
Hall
like, did she cut
Thank
out
you.
again?
in New York City, which was televised on CBS. Dad, did you watch that? 1964. How old were you?
2.
Really?
No.
Oh, no, you would have been.
I don't.
Okay, you're not a Bob Dylan guy.
No. I wouldn't.
I'm not either.
Wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah. Tim, did you watch it?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah. Well, whatever. You just never know. I mean, later in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm not
I
a
don't-
Bob
I
Dylan
don't-
guy either.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of slim pickings for stuff to put. So we'll skip ahead. The second thing, October 31st, 1996, Slash announces that he's leaving Guns N' Roses. He later rejoined in 2016.
I actually saw this one because I was trying to look up some music history earlier today, and I saw this one, and it didn't have that he later rejoined. It basically just said that in 1996, Slash left, basically stating that in the past X number of years, Axl Rose and Slash could only get along like twice that whole period, like act civil towards each other. I'm like, okay, cool story. Now, knowing that he later rejoined in 2016, because I know that he's playing with Guns N' Roses, that would have been good information.
Well, it wasn't on the original one. I read that and I was like, wait a second, isn't he still part of it? And then I Googled it and it said, yeah, he rejoined in 2016.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you went a little farther than I did.
I did. Extra credit. And then there were multiple birthdays. Obviously, there's a lot of Halloween babies out there. Most notably, Eric Griffiths, who was the guitarist of the Quarrymen, which I didn't know this. The Quarrymen actually turned into the Beatles later.
Yes.
Yep.
They did, yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, what was it? 3 of the 4 Beatles in the Quarrymen?
It was like John Lennon, Paul McCartney, maybe Ringo.
No, Ringo's
I can't remember. It's either 2 or 3 of the Journey, or the Quarrymen became the Beatles.
Yeah.
the drummer for Ringo replaced the drummer.
Okay. So I think it was Paul McCartney and John Lennon were two.
Were one
them.
of the originals.
Yeah,
in the Quarrymen.
Yep.
And then maybe I'm not sure. Don't hold me to this, but maybe George was replaced this guy.
Yeah, I don't
I don't know.
We'll put
know.
the Quarrymen on the wheel, and then we'll
There you
have
go.
to figure it out.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Put the
Also,
Quarrymen on
most notably, another Halloween birthday. U2 drummer. Yeah, U2 drummer. Larry Mullen. No idea. And of course, Vanilla Ice. Just to name a few. We all know the most
Ice,
important
baby.
of all of those is Vanilla Ice. So
All right, stop.
Vanilla Ice.
Elaborate and
Vanilla
listen.
Ice's real last name is Van Winkle. So there you go.
Yeah, I would have changed it to Ice too, but Vanilla is a cool name.
Yeah, it is. It's also a great ice cream flavor.
It is vanilla bean.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
so that's it.
Yep.
all we got.
Short, sweet, and simple. Well, hey, should we do another spin of the old Wheel of Musicians?
Yeah,
Yep.
but I actually have a name to add. Are we going to do that now?
Yeah, why not? Hold
All
on,
right.
let me bring up that window here real quick.
Okay.
All right, so I've got currently we have 4 names on the wheel. We have Tommy Emmanuel, SRV, Buckethead. All 3 of those are dad picks. And then I have Josh Kinska still on the wheel from Greta Von Fleet. And you, Mandy, you said you wanted to put somebody on there?
Yeah. Hold on. Didn't we have Chuck Berry on there at one point?
I wasn't on my list, but I can add Chuck Berry.
I swear we added Chuck Berry.
Yep, there he is. I just didn't see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what I noticed is that we've had no females yet
Oh, okay.
on the wheel of musicians. Okay.
All right.
So there is a guitarist. There's an Australian guitarist. Her name is Tasha Sultana.
What kind of music?
It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, some of her stuff kind of sounds a little bit like I don't even know how to explain it.
Heavy metal?
No, not like that. This is the opposite. Yeah, I'll send if she gets picked. I'll send you guys a couple songs. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if I'm going to get any sound from this. I might have to add it in later. I don't know. I'm just going to. You want me to share screen or you want me to just spin it?
Share the screen
share-
so we know
yeah.
you're not cheating.
Yeah. Like I have any reason. All right. So probably this guy right here.
You got to mix it up a few times.
Okay. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Let's go to simple.
Okay.
Click OK. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Ready. Please let it be one of Dad's.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
That's Tommy
Oh.
Emmanuel.
Tommy
yeah.
Emmanuel. That is all Dad.
Yeah.
Finally, Dad wins.
Yeah, now he's got to
What
do
did I-
some
what-
homework.
What did I win?
I don't know. Do a victory dance. You gotta do something.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta do some research.
I see
And
that.
you can't. Okay, we got to make some rules here. You can't just
Uh-oh.
copy and paste Wikipedia,
He does that a lot.
and only half of it can be Chat GPT.
I wouldn't use Chat GP.
Write a 310-page novel on the life of Tommy Emmanuel. In this haunting tale.
He is Australian.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know
all right.
that.
Interesting.
Don't give it all away.
Well, wait a second. Before I shouldn't have said that.
You better.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Welcome to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast, where most of the things you hear are completely fake.
Yes. We have to fact check everything.
Well, I said, so that's funny because I was, a couple episodes ago, I was talking about that band Ghost. And I was like, oh, yeah, they're from like the 70s, blah, blah, blah. And apparently they're not. They're way newer.
What? What?
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I swear I watched a video and it was like, I think what it was they were talking about like things that influenced them or something like that. And I'm like, oh man, they've been around forever. But I guess apparently they haven't been. Cause somebody actually I can't remember if it was text message or on Instagram, somebody reached out and they're like, actually, Ghost is started in 2014 or something. I'm actually
Yikes.
Googling it right now.
Got corrected
Yeah.
by a listener.
2006.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They are a Swedish rock band that was formed in Linkoping.
Swedish.
Oh,
Where is that?
I'm
Somewhere
assuming
in
Sweden. In 2006, they released a 3-track demo in 2010, followed by the 7-inch vinyl Elizabeth and their full-length album Opus Eponymous. Yeah, I don't.
Now I want Swedish fish.
Oh, gross!
Oh, those are good. The candy.
What are you googling there?
I found it.
Okay.
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 He was born in Australia,
Okay.
May 31st, 1955. He is 68 years old.
Well, there was the episode. What are we doing next?
Oh yeah, that was the wheel.
Yeah.
I'll have to spin it again.
What happened, you
No.
guys?
I'll find out some more stuff. See how fast that was?
I keep getting this thing. I keep getting this thing that's like your internet connection's unstable.
Yeah, that's
Kind of like me. Yeah, it happens.
like you. Zoom
Okay.
is unstable. All right.
Hey, guys, I have 2 quick Halloween trivia.
Okay.
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 All right.
Go ahead.
What is the most popular Halloween song ever? Not you, Dad. Tim.
Thriller?
Not you. Yeah. No. Oh, you said Thriller?
Yeah, I would think
No,
Thriller.
wrong.
Dang it.
Dad?
Monster Mash.
Yes.
Ah,
Ding, ding, ding. You win
Monster
nothing.
Mash. Yeah. Monster.
It was something like, there was a name for it. It was called the all-time greatest Halloween song or something.
Oh,
That, it was
Okay.
something, it was very well known.
interesting.
That and the other one was that Werewolves of London.
Oh.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was also another one that came in second, I believe. But they were
Wow.
extremely popular.
Okay, and last but not least, a famous magician who died on Halloween.
Harry Houdini.
We're going morbid. Yes, how'd you know that?
Because you said.
I mean, you could have said David Copperfield. Actually, he's still alive. Scratch that. Take that out.
Yeah.
Just
I
edit
think
that.
he is.
Okay,
How about-
you're right.
How about Harry Potter?
No.
That's
Harry
that's
Potter
the one. You win.
survived the battle with Voldemort.
Oh.
Everybody knows that.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Harry Houdini died on Halloween night of 1926. Anybody know how?
Drowning.
No.
Oh no! Didn't he get punched
Knife
in
plunged through.
he got punched in the liver or something like that?
Dude, did you look this up?
No,
Did you
no.
RTS it?
I used to really like magic, and Harry Houdini's like one of the magicians you always like do research on.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he got sucker punched in the gut, and then he got appendicitis. He had appendicitis for like 6 days.
Yeah,
and
because
finally
he
died.
used to do this
Wow.
trick where he would bet that you couldn't punch him and it hurt, and so his thing is that he would tighten up his abs to absorb the punch, and on that particular bet, the guy hit him before he was ready,
Oh, wow.
and that's how he ended up getting like appendicitis or whatever it is.
Yeah, like ruptured it. That's scary.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
So
All
some
right.
some of the
all I
things
had.
that people do for fun can get you hurt.
Yeah. What do they say? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I think.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
A wise man once said. Yeah.
Well, Amanda, do you have an outro to get us out of here?
I do.
All
I have an
right.
outro. All right. Well, ghouls and goblins, that wraps up a special holiday themed episode. Please consider reaching out to us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar or by email, which is pandemicguitar@icloud.com. Remember, there's two things that frighten us most: not hearing from our listeners and paying full price at Guitar Box. Until next time, keep on playing, or don't. We won't tell. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, those guitar box prices, they are pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what
right.
exactly we're going to talk about next time. We'll figure it out between now and then.
Yep.
We will.
But
When I say we, I mean Dad and you.
I mean, all right. See you
All
next
right.
time.
Goodbye. Happy
Yep,
Halloween.
bye.
Check your kids' candy. No razor blades. Happy Halloween. That sounds like Dad after he's had too much coffee.